What's going on, guys? This is Kesh and you're watching Revolution Hive. So I got a question from somebody who says, what's the best, most efficient way for me to improve my knowledge generally? And one of the things he says that I really like in there and I want to say big up to is, I want to go balls to the wall and become amazing at general knowledge. So are there any good websites that you recommend, some trivia books and things? How can I generally increase and become more effective at my general knowledge? So I got a couple of answers for you. My first one, and I've used this time and time again, is hang around with people who are smarter than you. So look at your friend circle, look at the people who you know, your acquaintances. It could be on Twitter, it could be on Facebook, and just start talking to them more, because often what will happen is they'll have conversations with you that you don't know as much about that topic, but you'll learn so much just from having those conversations. And it's those conversations, not just books and websites and all these other things, that give us a greater general knowledge, but conversations with people who are reading and studying loads. So it could, for example, if you're studying history at university and there's a kid who's getting a first and a kid who's getting a third, if you hang around with the kid who's getting a first, copy his notes, see what his essay outlines are, what books he's reading, which authors he likes, it's going to start to gleam off on you. And just by hanging around with that person, just by going to the library and sitting next to them, it's going to naturally rub away and you're going to take up some of that knowledge as well. The next thing I would say, and this is what I've started to do recently, is when you're traveling, when you're walking around, instead of listening to music, listen to audiobooks instead. So again, if there's a topic or a certain area that you're interested in studying for a little while, related to your degree or just your own general knowledge, get an audiobook about it. So I've been listening to Conversations with God at the moment, been listening to some Tony Robbins, and while I'm walking around, if I'm on the train, the other day I did a 2-hour journey to London and I came back the same day, and that's 4 hours of travel time. So I can either spend my time listening to an audiobook, learning, and having that person in my ear the whole time, even while I'm walking from the platform to the train, or I can listen to music. I'm not saying don't listen to music, cut it off. I've gone a little bit more extreme with that, but it really does help. And even when I'm in the gym, banging out a few sets, I'm still listening to audiobooks, and it's improving my general knowledge all the time. In addition to this, I'd say listen to audiobooks, but also start watching everything that you do. Start trying to put an educational element into it. So if you're going to watch a film, instead of watching The Hangover Part 3, which has the pretty much same storyline as the other three, watch something like 12 Years a Slave or Schindler's List, something that gets you thinking about history or will teach you something just through watching it. We've got a lot of opportunities at our disposal, even if you look at apps on your phone. Most people watching this video have probably got a smartphone, and you can get apps for free where you can learn about things. You can get apps that send you facts every single day for free, and all you have to do is sign up. Another way of doing it is go to websites that you like. For example, for fitness, I go to elliottholst.com and sign up to the email letter, and every single day he sends me an email about something to do with workouts, something to do with nutrition, and it's helping me to learn. So even when I'm checking my email, I'm just reading it for 30 seconds, I'm picking up 1 or 2 points that will help me in my general knowledge. It all depends really on what you want to learn, because at the end of the day, you are what you read. And the last thing, the most important thing, is ask questions. Ask questions about everything. Be very inquisitive and curious. And hats off to you, you got that already. But if you see something, for example, you're in a computer shop and you're shopping for something, ask questions. How is this camera made? How does it work? How do the parts fit together? If you hear a word or an abbreviation like the H1N1 virus, what does the H1 and N1 stand for? Why is it called that? Where did that etymology of that word come from, for example? And it will come in useful in anything you do, and that general knowledge. You'll be surprised as you keep building this, it will come out of you at the right time.